Hi there, my name's Noah Boot. I'm the Global Wash Advisor for Goal. Goal is an Irish NGO established in 1977, working now in 14 countries worldwide. We're a non-denominational, non-political, non-religious organisation working in both humanitarian and development contexts in both urban and rural areas. Most countries we work in are in sub-Saharan Africa, but then a number are also in Asia and the Caribbean and Latin America. I'm the Global Wash Advisor, so WASH is Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Programming. It's part of our overall health programming and goal. This is also in works with nutrition programming and livelihoods programming, and to some extent the child empowerment and protection programming that we do. Through our WASH programming, we complete a variety of activities on the water supply, including drilling of boreholes, digging hand-dug wells, installation of hand pumps, work on larger scale water supply treatment systems, and in an emergency context, sometimes water trucking and establishing emergency water supply systems. In terms of hygiene promotion, the work that we do is focusing on behavior change and trying to make sure that people practice positive hygiene behaviors like hand washing with soap, safe water storage and collection, and good personal hygiene. In terms of sanitation, which is the focus of these projects for this hackathon, we're looking into two areas. I mean, broadly in terms of sanitation, we deliver toilets, latrines to a variety of institutions, including schools and health centres and hospitals. We also look at household level sanitation, which is one component of this hackathon task. The second component is about environmental sanitation and ensuring that the environment around where people live is clean and reduces the risk of the spread of disease through various vectors. So typically we would in a development context, we would work on what we call community-led total sanitation, which is a way of boosting people's empowering people to build their own sanitation systems, their own toilets. This often results in very simple latrines, so we promote now a sanitation marketing approach, which is an aim to get the private sector involved in the construction of toilets, or to enhance the private sector's involvement in construction of toilets. So that really is the focus of one of the project ideas from Goal for this hackathon, which is the idea of increasing the link between customers for sanitation systems and their suppliers. So that means that enabling the supplier to contact the customer through some kind of mobile phone-based system, maybe a mobile phone app, but also in most countries we work, it's not necessarily just there are smartphones, but the regular mobile phones are much more prevalent at the moment. So I think that also we need a system that could be operated by suppliers, but we could reach mobile phones by customers to know the products, to get an idea of the products available, by the available from the supplier and the costs and how to get them. So it's really about linking the suppliers to markets of customers. The other component of it is to connect the producer of the sanitation hardware to their respective suppliers. This includes maybe at a national level, cement producers and other construction material suppliers, such as suppliers of reinforcing bar and things like this. So one is to connect it all revolves around the supplier of the sanitation hardware, the latrine slabs or other sanitation hardware for sale. One is to get the products to households, to advertise, to get the prices out there and make people know how they can get them in the area they live. And then the other is to link the supplier to their own suppliers of key materials such as cement and other construction materials. I think that there is a need to include in this app or a piece of software the ability for 3G functionality, given the progress of this in many countries that we work in. It's not unforeseeable that in the next 10 years we would have much higher levels of smartphone usage and 3G functionality on networks. So there should be a view for that, but at the moment the system should be quite simple. The idea of this is obviously that if people have access to toilets, then the risk of disease transmission is reduced, and overall people have healthier lives and therefore able to lead productive lives as well, and have at the moment the higher disposable income to buy toilets themselves. The second component that we suggested is probably less well developed at this stage, but in many urban areas there is the issue of solid waste management, by which we mean garbage or trash, rubbish. So the idea here is again to enable a system for households to communicate the waste that they have to be collected, to enable a small enterprise to know where people are located within an area to be to have their waste collected, and maybe also the ability for the household to categorize that waste. So there's a lot of money to be made in cities like Nairobi, where people have recycled or recyclable waste, such as plastics and glass. So if the enterprises know where this waste is, they might be able to structure their business around it. I think that this application would be 2G or 3G application. In many cities, the mobile phone network and the mobile phones used are quite often quite advanced, and it could also be run by the enterprise itself, so not necessarily by the households. The enterprise itself could also map where its clients are in a slum area, for example, and then they could then plan their business around collection. So that's kind of like GPS orientated, but also with the future ability or the ability for households to categorize their waste. So that's a very quick rundown. There's also the sheet with all those details written down. So we'll get a chance to speak after you viewed this video, and yeah, I hope that you have the success in the hackathon, and if you have any questions, I'll be online after you watch this to answer them. Thank you very much. Bye bye.